On this episode, we're going to be diving into a Japanese whiskey. Something I'm not very well versed in. I've had a few Japanese whiskeys that have honestly surprised me and have been really tasty, but this is a new one for me. I will say off the bat, it is a beautiful box, beautiful label. I have not cracked this open yet, so we're going to get this open and see the rest of the packaging and everything on here. But we'll take some time to go through the box. I'll talk a little bit about what they have on here. First thing that stands out, it does look like they've won a gold medal at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition. So that has my hopes up. Excited to see what this juice entails. This is a 5-year-old whiskey, so it's called Kujira Whiskey. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. I probably did, but that's okay. It is 86 proof, 5 years old. It is non-chill filtered, non-colored. And on the box, it's a single grain whiskey. And it says that for the nose, there's caramel, vanilla, a hint of licorice. And on the palate, I should expect to get baked apple, toffee notes, with a delicate balance of oak tannins. It says it's smooth with a little bit of black pepper. So I'm excited. This is distilled and bottled in Okinawa, Japan. So let's go ahead and get this opened up and let's see how this whiskey is. This is the fun part about whiskeys, when you get to try and explore something new, right? If I don't like this, I'll have my friends take a try of this and see maybe if they like it. So battle this box here. Oh. Right, there we go. All right. We'll get this closed, get this shut, put this over here. Okay. So here's the bottle. It is I like the bottle. The label's kind of a little distressed on the edges here, which is really pretty. I do love the pop of just that teal color. That is gorgeous. So let's go ahead and get this plastic off of here. Looks like the distillery was founded in 1883, and it's one of the oldest and largest in Okinawa. And interesting, so this is actually distilled from 100% premium rice and matured in white oak virgin cask for more than 5 years. So, okay. I'll be curious. This, obviously Japan, it's a subtropical climate out there. This is the fun part. This is going to be another rice whiskey. In a past video, I've talked about JT Mellick. So this will be one that'll be fun to see. Obviously completely different climates versus, like if you think about a rice whiskey aged in Louisiana versus here being a white oak virgin cask. The virgin cask part is what I think I'm most curious about. So let's go ahead and get this poured up. I'll talk about what I get on the nose and on the palate. Oh man, it's a big cork. All right. So far, I do really enjoy the presentation. I think this is pretty. Okay, on the nose, that is funky. That is very funky. I don't know what that is. It's almost like if you go to a cornfield, that after you go to, if you go to a cornfield or a sugarcane field, I got to experience, I think that's exactly what I'm smelling. When I was out in Louisiana, Kanan, aka Whiskier, was taking me around, and he lives right next to a sugarcane field. And they had just cut down the sugarcane. The nose on this smells identical to that. Like that grainy, grassy kind of nose. They said there's a scent of caramel, vanilla, and a hint of licorice. I'm not picking that up at all in this. That smells like fresh cut sugarcane. Could be corn as well if you were to cut down some corn stalks. I'm trying to pull anything else out of it. But all I'm getting is fresh cut sugarcane and corn. Okay, all right. Well, and this is where, for many on the channel that know, I am definitely more of a American single malt and bourbon drinker. I do have some Japanese whiskeys in my cabinet. some that are very smoky and different flavor profiles. This is brand new to me, and this has a completely different nose than anything I've experienced with some of the other Japanese expressions I've had. So let's go in for the palate and let's see what we get. Okay, so odd note here. I just had seaweed salad yesterday before I had a ramen delivered. I get a hint of like sesame seed and seaweed salad on the palate. There's no smokiness. It's very sweet. I don't know if I would say I'm getting apple, but that sesame flavor is coming through big time. And I guess if you were to take apple and toffee like it says that you could expect, maybe you can get a sesame type of flavor. I can kind of see how that would happen. But that nose is just so interesting. And I can't wait to have some friends try this and smell this. As we're going through this, if you let me know in the comments, have you had this whiskey? What are your thoughts on it? It's definitely something unique and different. Excited to have this on the shelf now. I was worried, I wasn't sure what to expect, but this is actually it's interesting, it's different, it's tasty. Let me go back in for a second sip. It tastes like seaweed salad and sesame seeds. That's all I'm getting on there. It's a very sweet, if you had seaweed salad before, it is that sweet flavor. I'm getting that through and through on this pour. That's interesting. It's different, and it's good. I'd say if I'm going to give this a score out of 10, I'm probably going to give it an 8.3 out of 10. This was an impulse buy and purchase. I got it for $60. Don't quote me on that. I think it was $60 for what I paid for this. But the packaging, everything caught my eye here. I did not know when I purchased it that it was 100% rice whiskey, so that is fun, but so different. So I think the sesame notes on there. I could see this being great in some cocktails. So I'm glad I have this on the bar. This is a fun one. But let me know your thoughts if you've had this whiskey before. If you haven't, so this is a fun one. So I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.